So we are here over at the Kahoot website and we're going to log in and we're going to talk about how to make it easy to create quizzes once you have questions from another quiz or another document, another PDF. Let's do that because too many people are spending too much time creating quizzes and then it takes the fun out of giving a quiz. And it should be fun to do a lot of this stuff. Here we are at my home screen, and you'll see that there's quite a few items from well in the past, some more recent, and you can see the games that you have played. I call them games. They're actually quizzes, and you can reuse them. You can edit it, change some of the questions, shorten the quiz, make it longer. You can keep a record of the quizzes that you've given. So, for example, I can just call up my data. I can see who played. I can view the top scorers. So you go to the podium and you could congratulate and celebrate those that scored high on a recent assessment, a recent quiz, a recent challenge, or uh, something that you could celebrate and just call up, allow people to get due credit. And you can see, so there's just so many options here. I mean, you could see the questions quickly. You could see who was stuck where in the summary right there. You can also download a report and download report. Then you can save it in your computer. And this is where you could take your grades, or you could actually look at the data by looking at that Excel spreadsheet that saves the data in a very smart spreadsheet, simple but smart, and you could share that at your data meeting. You can share the information again with your student. There, it opened up quickly in just a few seconds, and then you could take a look at it. Let's take a look what that looks like. There it is. That's what that looks like, and you can see the number of players. You can see the end results, and you can put in your spreadsheet. You can even do some. You can analyze some of the data in terms of how many people got what right. So this is very useful data. Who did who? How many points? Who got what right? So it's fairly sophisticated because you can actually break the data down into the number of questions and which questions were correct. So you got the heat map that you see in some of these more sophisticated scholastic programs. Yes, very smart for a program that's called something quite simply Kahoot. So we know that you can go to YouTube and you can find all of these how-to videos on how to set up your Kahoot, how to get them ready for the quiz, the game, enter the pin, and all that. So what I would like to do today is I would like to present to you something that doesn't appear on the YouTube channels all that frequently, and that's how to import a spreadsheet in which you copy and paste questions from any other quiz or any other document or PDF and actually turn it into a Kahoot. And we're going to take a look at that. It's a more recent feature, but it's been with us now for a couple of years. It's had time to mature. And you can just go to kahoot.com, find the how to import right there, download your spreadsheet template, and let's take a look at what it looks like. So you see right there, this is an Excel spreadsheet. This program integrates well with Excel spreadsheets, and this is the global standard in spreadsheet analysis software. So this is the one that I had downloaded before, and you can reuse it. I'm going to go ahead, and this is what it looks like, and you really have to keep it in this format. So you want to have the template downloaded directly from kahoot.com so you don't have any mistakes. You can wind up doing a bunch of questions, and you'll wind up something will go wrong. So please download it directly from the Kahoot website. So here I am, my blank spreadsheets, but it must have these what's called headers. The questions says maximum 95 characters. If you've been using Kahoot for a while, you'll know that is a very tight character count. You've got to have your questions within that count. So keep it in the header to remind you. All right, and so it's just something else to watch out for. The answers are maximum characters. There are programs out there such as Quizizz that have an extensive character count, but on the other hand, it it makes this tightness and this brevity makes it so that you have to focus on questions that people will get easily in a short amount of time. In any case, so it's something that I can live with, and you can jump onto another software such as Quizzes if you need longer questions. By the way, this spreadsheet function actually came out at about the same time, probably not coincidental, that Quizzes came out and was doing exactly this. You can import it. Now, once you do that, let's say that I didn't, that I use this, right? What you can do is, once you've got these questions, this is reusable. So you can actually say, I'm going to have a quiz and I want you on the team to do 5 questions. You're going to do 5, I'm going to do 5. I will do a quick 10-question quiz. I can think of 5. I don't have time to think of 10. You think of another 5 that are going to focus on different strands, different curriculum pieces, and there you go. So let's see. Yeah, hold on a second. Make sure you copy it correctly. So you copy your questions correctly. Okay, and I have 5 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. And this is the vagaries of Excel. You've got to get the copy and paste correct. Google Sheets is in a similar manner. And by the way, you can take a Google information and questions from a Google Sheet, copy and paste it. So you can see that the possibilities are endless. Well, maybe not endless, because again, you've got the character count for the questions and the answers. How many questions can you put into a Kahoot quiz? The number 256 comes to mind, but might have been an update. You'll just have to Google the answer. But you can see that I can go ahead and continue to copy and paste. So, where this quiz can be a 100-question quiz, and all we've done is 5 questions here, 10 questions there. The possibilities, again, not endless, but this is a very usable platform to use for quiz creation amongst the team. Let's go ahead and create this quiz from a PDF document. Yeah, so I've gone to the Texas Education Agency website. They've got all sorts of release tests. Now we do have to give credit to them. That you can't just willy-nilly copy these questions and just share them with just anybody. Make sure you're using it with your students. There's fair use involved, but let's say that I'm teaching a high school course. I can get what's called the release test. They're tests from the past, and I could click on them and they will open up in my browser window. There it is, it's opened up, and so now I can just, it's there for the pickings. I can just concentrate on any number of questions that I'm going to copy and paste into this. You'll see that the questions take a while to load, to appear. So you can just simply dispense with this waiting on the internet by just going here and actually downloading the questions, downloading all of the questions. Just go ahead and click download, and it'll save it to your hard drive, and you don't have to wait on the depend on the speed of the internet. So we'll go ahead and download that. There it is, downloaded to my desktop. And so now I can just go ahead and copy and paste these, and I'm going to make a Word document. Now, can I copy and paste directly into Kahoot? You sure can. I foresee where I'm going to want to use a different, I will eventually have this on Google Docs or Microsoft Word, or both of them. So do it one time to a platform like Word or Google Docs, and what you can do is you can reuse these more easily than having to go into a PDF. It's an extra step. You don't have to do it. You can just go right here. You can just copy, and you can paste into the Excel document. We'll show you how that works. Here's my Excel spreadsheet, and once again, I get rid of that. Get rid of those questions, those old questions, and I'm just going to reuse this document, and I'm going to paste into here. And look, did you notice that? It didn't take. So, and it could be that there's some some copy protection involved in those PDFs. They are copyrighted by their maker, which is a department in the state. But I'm going over here, and yeah, there it is. Okay, okay. But there might be copyright issues, so they make it more difficult for people to just copy and paste. But there it is. That's my question. Then, of course, I've got the answers, and I can just go keep filling them in, right? And then I can also choose a time limit. Maximum appears to be 120, I believe, and which is 2 minutes. Could be more. It's been a while since I've actually uh, had a time Kahoot. But what I want to use this one for is more of a polling. I will have my questions on one screen, probably a pair deck, and then I'm going to have this here to just get a polling and then work on the question one by one. However you want to handle it, but these are the parameters right there. For 1, 2, 3, 4, that's your A, B, C, D, or your F, G, H, J. A, B, C, D, or your F, G, H, J. So that's your 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. So copy and paste, and then eventually you will have your spreadsheet, which will show you how you go ahead and upload that. Okay, now already I see a question that can be a problem. I'm pretty sure that this is more than the character count 95. If you look at it, just a question, then there's additional items, and this is one of those quote questions or one of the citing text from a passage. So more than likely it's more than 95. So what I would do is I would type something such as look at the question on the side window, or your paper if you provide it. Of course, we don't want to be providing paper. The idea is to make it all digital, but you can have them look elsewhere for this particular question. It takes a bit of the fun out of it, but hey, you live with the limitations, right? So there you have it. After several minutes, again, this is copying and pasting. So you're looking at if there's 10 questions and you're copying and pasting into 4 options, A, B, C, D, or F, G, H, J. You're looking at 10 times 4 is 40 copy paste, then the 10 questions. So another 10, so 50 copy paste. So think about that. You do not want to do this on your own, of course. But once you do this, first of all, you want to split the work with somebody else. You take 5, I take 5. Maybe you can take 3, I can take 3, somebody else can take 4, something like that. And so you want to split the work, and so eventually you take these, you put them together, and your 3 or 4 comes out to be a 20-question quiz by the middle of the week, so that you could give it on toward the end of the week. And then you can reuse it, repurpose it. You can shuffle the questions around. You can take 2 from this week, 2 from the next week, and make it cumulative. But don't forget, this is your checklist. This is your questions with your limits. Unless they've updated, the character count is there. You've got your answers, and with your answer limits, I want to set it. Maybe you want to set it to 30 seconds. Maybe you want to set it to 2 minutes. But unless it's changed, 2 minutes seems to be the maximum. And then A, B, C, D is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Be careful about how you choose that. But you can once you do your Kahoot, that's one of the things that's easy to change is the answers. So let's see if this works. We're now going to go into the import phase. Okay, I'm back at my create screen, or one of my front screens. It's actually not my home screen. But from the home screen, you can go return to this screen, right? You can go home, and then you can find this create button just about anywhere. See that create? You want to create, and you want to find the option that tells you that you want to import a spreadsheet. So let's go find that. Hitting the create. And where was it? Let's take a look. It says upload, 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 drag and drop image. It's here somewhere. Let's take question bank, import spreadsheet. Don't know if you saw that, but here it is over here, down here, import spreadsheet. Now notice it says import slides, probably importing a Google Doc or a PowerPoint. You can deal with those later. To me, PowerPoints it's a lot of work for one slide. Imagine that you've got 10, 20 questions, 10, 20 slides, so it can be a bit cumbersome. Don't want to be a cynic, but I've done that in Orland Learning, where one slide for one question, very cumbersome. So let's try this. Let's try to import our spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and click on that. Import spreadsheet. Let's go find out. Download our template. Select file. So let's go ahead and select the file. Notice it says maximum file size 1 megabyte. And so if you have a lot of questions, it's still just text. It's not that text heavy. And I don't see an option here to put images in those, but it could be something that you associate certain questions with certain images, and maybe somebody wants to put them there. Maybe that makes the file bigger, but we're talking text. It takes a lot to make a text-only Excel spreadsheet, more than 1 megabyte. So we go and it's going to search on our computer. It tells you it. If you look at there, by the way, it tells you that it's going to search my computer. Now, look over here, the options. You look over here. It tells you the options are. Well, it's disappeared. Let's do that again. Okay. Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Office, let's see, or LibreOffice. So that's that free version of Office. It's got a Google Sheet function now, right? And so numbers, what's that? Apple's numbers. So it's been a long time since I've ever used an Apple Office, but the Microsoft Office version of the Microsoft Word works great. So I rarely ever have had to venture out to that. So I'm going to go look for my file. Okay, let's see if this works. If there's any errors, it will not allow us to either import the file, or maybe some of the questions will be marked for not admissible. Click upload. So, and there it is. It tells you answer 2 and answer 3. You notice that? It tells you those particular ones are too long. Answer 2 in question 2. So let's see, answer 2 and answer 3. It's too long. Please shorten to continue. All right, so let's see. Go over here and continue that. And so I'm going to go, and so back to the drawing board, back to the Google spreadsheet. Okay, I've had to go and just type see your file, and so I just left it at that just to get things moving along and get this recording done. So we're going to look for that file again, and if it doesn't work, and it could be another question, but I think it lists the questions that we need to put edit. So let's open that up, select that. Looks like it selected it. I don't see an error message. Let's see if we get the message now. Validating. It's got the check. You want that check mark. Good. All right. 10 have been imported. Notice that you could go to another file and you could import from another file according to this. See, add questions. So we go to another file, right? So we've got those. And let's see. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we have doubled the question, so be careful about that. Now we have to go back and start this from the beginning because it added our other questions from before. So we want to go back because it added the questions before. Create, import spreadsheet, select your file. The question is bank question. The questions on the side. It says 1 quiz. The questions over there are blank. And let's go find our file again and import it only once. Click, open that. Selected, it appears there. We upload it, we wait for the check. Okay, success. All right, let me go back. Okay, second. Yeah, upload. Okay, let's check. We've successfully imported. All right. So here's something curious. If you look over here, this has happened to me before. It looks like it's still a curiosity. It starts with one question there. Notice that one. And then it adds one more question. So that's been doing that for a couple of years. I think it's a bug, but it starts you off with a starter question, a blank question. I wish it wouldn't do that. Let's add our questions. So you see we have 11. So we have to go back and we have to get that empty question out. And so let's click delete. Okay, let's delete that one. And I think we see the little garbage can. It's kind of hard to see. And so what you want to do is you want to go to that garbage can over there. It's very small. You want to go ahead and delete it, right? So let's do that. That first question again, this delete quiz question, yeah. And it starts us off with that. So that looks like the first one, second one, third one, fifth, seven. So we have 10 in total. We can add a question if we'd like. Looks like they're working with question banks. Haven't experimented with that. I actually had heard about this a couple of months ago, and I had been meaning at the time. I haven't picked up Kahoot in a while. So if it works with question banks, then there are a lot of these ready-made question banks that you can simply see imported. Maybe if you're working on a math quiz, and math questions are universal. They're not specific to any essays. They're not specific to certain contexts. They're just a bunch of math questions out there on a format. What's that format? The name escapes me, but it's a .bnk file. And so you see a lot of these on pay teachers. And so anyway, you can go ahead and not even bother to make it up. You can just go out there and buy a bunch of questions for about $5, sometimes even less than that. Yeah, it's just a lot of it is out there. And these questions and those math questions probably easier than importing these essay type questions. In any case, let's see. So we are therefore done. You can put images if you want in your questions. We're not going to do that right now. We just want to go to, and there's your time limit. You can change it again. And yeah, it looks like 2 minutes is the max. Let's click done. Title, this is the release. This is Star English to April 2018, release to 2018. And if you want to put a description, you don't really have to. This is, I'm going to give due credit so I don't get sued. This is the TEA release of Star from the TEA website. Give them due credit. Okay. And notice it says a description will help people find it. Somebody can do a search if you leave this one as public. Your Kahoot is ready to be played. Let us therefore click done. Let's see, test this Kahoot. I guess you could preview it if you'd like. Since we're not playing, we can preview it to see the questions. And let's see, the preview puts a phone on one side, simulates a phone on one side, and the questions on the other. All right, let's resume this. Let's see the game pin. Let's see. Get ready to join, loading up the game pin. So this is how the students would see it. It's a simulation of that. There's your phone on the other side. And you would join the enter, whatever it loads here, you're going to load it. You're going to have the students put it there or in their iPad. They can play on their Chromebooks. And so we're waiting for that pin to load. So there's our pin. It's generated. We're going to copy it and paste it over here. I'm going to enter and see if our game wins. Enter a nickname. Let's play this thing. Go. You're in, and do you see your nickname on the screen? I do see my nickname. Anybody else wants to join? Okay, we're gonna start, and there's your star. Practice English 2018, and there was the first one very quickly. Question one, and did I answer question one? Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Let's see. All right. It's that was pretty quick. All right, so let's go to the next one. Let's see. Yeah, well, there it is. Oh, I have 2 minutes to do it. Well, listen. Let's see. What is the most effective? So I would have to be looking at the essay, of course. And so I'm just going to take a guess and take a look at that. Incorrect, and there it shows you. Go on to the next one. Go on to the next one. High score. Question two is going to be a couple of minutes. There it is. Go ahead and let's choose one. And well, let's see. Did I get it right? No, I didn't get it wrong, but you get the idea. So there it is. It works. Your import of your questions, and you can go back. You can edit it, and there you have it. Good luck with that. This has been another virtual Conrad video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you like it, you know what to do. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget to end the quiz. End quiz, get your scores. There's your podium. And now we're ready to go. Remember to go into the report tab and download your report, diddle with the data, and you're in business. Again, thank you for coming. We look forward to seeing you on the next one.